Welcome back inside Galen Center, just moments away from tip-off here. And as you see, the women of Troy breaking out the gold unis. Those are fresh. So sweet. With the Southern Cal across. And Santa Clara in their black uniforms. Take a look at this afternoon starting lineups. Latu, Grigoropoulos, Nero, Rapp, and Pollard for the visitors from Santa Clara. Smith, Watkins, Marshall, Iriafin, and TVO, Talia Von Oelhoffen, along with, of course, JuJu Watkins, who takes the first shot of the game. That one goes back heel. Rebound, Kennedy Smith. Von Oelhoffen looking down low for Marshall. Marshall going up strong and getting the bucket.
One thing I saw early there, starting off with a pick play, trying to get Watkins open for three. That's something that's very dangerous that we're going to have to look out for later in this game.
The nice little dream shake there from Hannah Rapp, unable to finish, and here's JuJu the other way. Watkins averaging 21 points per on this young season. A nice hezzy there and getting right to the cup. The blow by, a thing of beauty.
Looked a little too easy there. Just went past and swiper no swiping, avoided all the steal attempts there.
Nice hedge there by Marshall. Latu with it. Now there's Pollard, number 5. Gets it over to Rapp. Rapp right back to Pollard. One of our players to watch here this afternoon. Pollard being guarded by Watkins. Nice backdoor, but Marshall the eliminator. The eraser. Rhea Marshall doing what she does.
That's her third block this season. She says no thank you, as we were able to see the point there from JuJu on the other side of the court.
Inbound pass to Rapp. The hezzy by Nero, and that one's sent to the Trojan bench by Marshall.
Marshall getting into this one early. So we're able to see no thank you again.
Iriafin with the post up, double comes immediately, throws it into traffic and a turnover. So you see the collapsing defense there by the Broncos.
I was just about to say that. They probably knew that Iriafin would go on to Pollard, so they have a double-team strategy if any passes go into the post.
Kaya Ingram in there for the first time today. Wearing uniform number 20. Losing the handle there is Nero. Smith, 2-on-2, takes it herself, can't finish. The leaner out of bounds, and last touch Santa Clara. 4-0 early going here. 8 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Watkins. Von Oelhoffen. The triple is good. Santa Clara coming off a 67-61 win at Fresno State. Trailed by 5 with 2:53 left, but ended the game on an 11-0 run as Ingram gets the bucket there, the grad transfer from Cornell.
They've done great these past 3 games at getting those to get more opportunities.
And another turnover on the inbound here. Here's Rapp coming the other way. Nice job of getting back by SC. Pollard. Back out to Ingram. Ingram going to set up the offense here. Working against Smith, one of the tenacious young defenders in this country, and a turnover here by Santa Clara. Watkins, the stutter step. Iriafin, the trailer. That won't go. Marshall up high for the board and gets the putback.
Marshall playing a huge factor in this game already. Swatted 2 shots, and then obviously you're able to see lays that one in with the contact as well.
4 points, 3 boards, 2 blocks in the early going here for Marshall. Here's Pollard. Working against Smith now. Uses the right hand that time. Crafty move inside by the lefty Pollard. The Melbourne, Australia native getting her first scratch. Iriafin baseline J is true. To Rapp. Rapp putting it on the deck in the teeth of the defense. Iriafin gets her hands on it. Right back out to Santa Clara. Just 5 to shoot. Ingram got to do something. Got to move. The grad transfer from Cornell heaves a 3 and good. So it was 7 straight to start this game for USC, but Santa Clara now within 4 here. Under 5 left first quarter. TVO in and out on the 3. Here's Nero, the sophomore captain for Santa Clara. Picked up by Heckel, who's into the game for the first time. Good child. Elbow extended, knocks down the jumper. Coach Bill Carr resigned last month, just a couple of weeks before the season started, and Michael Floyd has taken over as the interim. It's his 9th season overall in the program, but it's a team that has shown a lot of resilience playing for Coach Floyd. Out of the timeout, and it's going to be a turnover here.
USC, specifically that Ole Miss game, which had a lot of turnovers all over the place for the Trojans.
3rd turnover of this quarter for the women of Troy. Here's Heckel guarding narrow up high. Now Smith picking her up on a switch. Good child over to Pollard. Pollard. Shot clock under 10. There's Smith in the passing lane. Kennedy Smith going to go coast to coast.
Hands up, ready to get it. She saw that pass from a mile away, read it like a book, got it with the left hand, and put up the lay.
Coming off 5 steals the other night against CSUN. Picks up her first here this afternoon. Pollard being guarded by Smith. Smith so big as a wing, has such great size. Here's Pollard now against the smaller Heckel. 7 on the shot clock. Good child with the catch. They're looking for Pollard. She catches, turns and fires with 2. Nothing doing there. The rebound's off to Smith. Here's the pitch ahead to Howell. Iriafin running the floor, but the pass slightly off target there. As you see Howell and Iriafin talking about that. 4-point lead here for SC. Rashawn Haylock, Andrew Geisler here with you on Big Ten Plus. Here's Heckel. Trying to maneuver through traffic out to Watkins. Approaching 3 left in this first quarter. Watkins the hezzy. In deep. The step back. Fall away. No. Iriafin there and the put back.
Something we'll definitely see later into this game.
Second bucket for Iriafin. Here's the fall away. There by Ingram. Won't go. Watkins coming back the other way. Picked up by Latu in transition. Watkins on the low block. The kick out Heckel. K9 decides to drive. In deep. No. But she'll get to the line. For Santa Clara, the transfer from St. Mary's, as the foul shot is up and good. Heckel averaging 15 points per game in her last 2. Has really become a spark off the bench for this Women of Troy squad here in the early going. Now we see some full court pressure, and this is where SC can be dangerous.
Yes, they absolutely were. That's how they got so many turnovers in the last game, or forced turnovers, I should say. And the clock is ticking for the scoreless streak for Santa Clara. It's well over 2 minutes at this point.
Latu picked up by Iriafin on a switch. The smaller guard in deep, and she dragged that pivot foot. Traveling.
It's just demoralizing to be on the other side of it, seeing that score slowly get away.
Heckel, Smith, Howell, Watkins, and Iriafin on the floor for SC. Watkins flashes right to the low block, bucket and the foul. Averaging 21 points on this young season, shooting at 77% from the line. And a nice answer here from SC as Santa Clara got to within 2. With that foul shot, it's now a 9-0 run for the Women of Troy. And a turnover here in the backcourt.
Santa Clara might not have seen something like it yet this season, and it's just devastating.
Iriafin flashes to the elbow, puts it on the deck, right down Broadway, left hand good.
As well as something this team has done a great job of so far.
Santa Clara has missed 7 of its 11 field goal attempts in this first quarter. There's the back door, the reverse layup, good. Nice find there by Goodchild.
That was the first points they've scored in almost 4 minutes.
Heckel, catch and shoot 3. And rebound taken by Ingram. 10 seconds separate the shot clock from the game clock. Maybe a 2-for-1 situation here. Santa Clara hurries. Looks like they're going to take their time. Defense being chanted by the kids here inside Galen Center, and another turnover. 7th of this quarter for Santa Clara. Iriafin in the front court. Finds Watkins. Lets it fly. JuJu for 3.
That's the second time I've seen her pump fake and then decide to pull it, seeing if they're not going to pressure her, she's just going to shoot it, and she will score.
First triple of the afternoon. JuJu now with 8 here in the quarter. Shot clock dark. 4 seconds left. Here's the bounce pass. Wrap. Baseline J to beat the buzzer is good.
Able to bring it within 12 at the end of this first quarter.
The world's greatest entertainer, DJ Malski, gets them all fired up as we start this second period. SC with the ball in that 12-point lead. Here's Watkins. She had 8 in the first quarter. Steps into a bucket mid-range. That one won't fall. And back comes Santa Clara the other way. Ingram, the grad transfer from Cornell, to initiate the offense, guarded by Malia Samuels. Chana defense here by this crowd. Narrow, the sophomore point guard, uses a high screen from Pollard. Right back out to Pollard, top of the key. Skip pass in the corner. Here's Goodchild with it. 5 on the shot clock. Left alone for 3 is Ingram. That misses badly. Rebounds off to TBO. Marshall thought about the trail shot. Instead finds Von Oelhoffen. USC needs to balance the floor. Von Oelhoffen, nice feed underneath to Marshall. Bucket not going to count. They call a foul before. Ingram's like, I signed up for this? Here's Smith missing the mid-range, and the rebound's off to Rapp.
Something I've seen from Santa Clara's offense, they've taken almost all of the shot clock every single possession. I don't know if that's necessarily the game plan, but the shots that are coming at the end aren't necessarily the best of all time. So we'll see if that has changed into this second period.
You got to give a little credit to USC's defense, too, making them work every second of the shot clock. And here's Smith, another steal here. Kennedy Smith. Marshall, deep position, goes up against Pollard. Nice defense there by the senior. And here comes Santa Clara. Narrow, guarded by Samuels. Picked up by Smith on a switch. Pollard now against the smaller Samuels. Looks right over her, makes the pass in deep. And right there at the doorstep is the bucket from Grigoropoulos.
She's talked about her scoring, but her assist game is also something that is very good, as we're able to see. Marshall says, too small, puts the hand to the ground. That's an interesting to do in the second period, up 12.
You love to see it from Rhea Marshall. The Linwood High product. Here's Samuels taking cookies ahead of the pack to Smith. All alone, lay it up and in. 14-point lead, USC. They call Samuels the pit bull. Here's Samuels, guarded narrow. Runs into a tough screen there. Marshall coming over to help. Wild layup there. Rebound taken by Von Oelhoffen. Here's the pitch ahead. Samuels in the corner, couldn't handle it cleanly. And it'll be a turnover USC. Got to give you some toughness, huh?
Absolutely. You can see it in the way that she plays.
In the jeans, right?
Works great with this USC team so far this year.
Under 7 minutes left. Here's Pollard. She's going to get the whistle there. Nice move by the veteran. Doesn't get to the foul line much. This will be just her 4th and 5th attempts of the season. Drains the first one.
In 2 games is a wild number.
Yeah, Pollard and Narrow both averaging about 39 minutes per game for Santa Clara. Tough to take them off the floor. With that foul shot, Pollard now 3 of 5 from the line on the season as Watkins misses on the 3.
She is dangerous off ball. We haven't seen it just yet so far, but she's organizing the defense. You see her calling absolutely everything right now.
Here's Pollard. Got away with the travel. Goodchild takes the 3. Needs a bounce, doesn't get it, but an offensive rebound here for Santa Clara. Latu. Out to Goodchild. Space for 3 from the wing and drains it. And it's back to a single-digit deficit here for Santa Clara as they trail by 9. Here's Eriefin. And a foul going to be charged to Pollard. Eriefin at the line. 67% foul shooter.
I'd be interested to hear if Floyd kind of talked through that full court press because they got through it well there.
Goodchild, another one. Goodchild now her second triple of this half. She's got 8 to lead Santa Clara. Watkins, foul line, good.
That one looked a little too easy. Definitely need to tighten up the defense, especially if you're in tight from there and against JuJu Watkins.
She's in double figures now with 10. 9-point lead for USC. Here's Goodchild. She's been the hero of this first half for Santa Clara, but going to get called for an offensive foul there.
Foul trouble is not what you want to get into if you're the Broncos. It's already a tough enough matchup with SC. If you get down two of your best players, that's going to hurt as well.
Nice seal there by Iriafin, but Pollard came over. Looked like she got a piece of that. Santa Clara trying to knife into this 9-point deficit. We're under 3 minutes left here in this first half. Pollard, no-look pass in the corner. Wrap, no. Rebound right into the lap of Iriafin. Watkins looking to push. Head up, finds Marshall. What a find there by Watkins.
Marshall from one side of the court all the way to the other. You could see how much she wanted it and just got wide open, and JuJu, you know she was going to find her.
8 points now for Marshall. Nearly a travel. Ball's on the deck. JuJu gets it in the backcourt. The layup, good. Timeout, Santa Clara.
And I think it was a great timeout because Trojans on a 6-0 run, especially those points so close in succession, you just need to stop the momentum as soon as possible. And Watkins and Iriafin back in deep.
After those last couple of buckets, SC back over 40% shooting there, 42%, 41% for Santa Clara. Only 2 minutes left here before halftime. Wrap turning in the corner. Layup short there. Here's Iriafin with the board. Watkins, transition three. JuJu. Now 1 point away from 1,000. That was point number 999 there from Watkins. As we're knocking on more history for the sensational sophomore. Pollard curling and firing from three. A lot of attention to number 5 in black from the women of Troy. Watkins, 999 career points, looking for 1,000. Here is Marshall. Nice pass to Iriafin, cutting to the cup. Kiki Iriafin, 1 of 2 from the stripe today. 67% foul shooter on the season, and misses as she comes here to USC after graduating from Stanford in 3 years. Shot clock dark. 13-point lead for the women of Troy. Narrow being hounded by Samuels. Pesky defender from the Pacific Northwest, and she forces the turnover there.
That are going to make this game from a close one right now at 13, but not able to get one last possession before the end of this.
Watkins in deep, the kick out. Smith the three, no, and that's how we're going to end this first half. So Kennedy Smith had a good look at it, a little bit upset at herself.
Yeah, Santa Clara's done a great job of moving the ball around, sharing it, not specifically going through Pollard, even though that should be necessarily the strategy.
So many people thought this was a sleeping giant here at USC, and Lindsey Gottlieb definitely showing that to be true.
Yeah, that's an absolutely massive pickup, picking up Davidson.
Iriafin gets the first shot attempt of this second half from the elbow. That misses short. And so Santa Clara will have the basketball. It's Maddie Narrow, the sophomore guard, captain for Santa Clara. Here's Goodchild looking back door. Nice cut. Unable to get the finish there is Rapp, but gets her own rebound. Rapp. The kick out. Here's Grigoropoulos.
You mentioned it, that offensive rebound. Those have been key, those second chance points. USC has 8 offensive rebounds, where Santa Clara just picked up their 4th.
Iriafin, the nice seal, the bucket and the foul.
And one. Tough defense as Iriafin was able to get position down low.
That last foul charge to Grigoropoulos. Good job. Narrow. Top of the key. Here's Pollard, who's been quiet. Pollard, the slip, and immediately 3 Trojans.
You see them all just drop in and collapse onto the ball. Nothing happening there.
Watkins, oh, what a feed. JuJu Watkins.
We've talked so much about her points, especially as she's at 999 right now, but her vision, something that has been absolutely great for those Trojans this season and last as well.
44-28. Here's Pollard. Slip, good child, lets Watkins fly by and gets the bucket.
She had 2 threes, those 2 threes that we saw, especially in that replay earlier. But something she's great at is setting those picks, the pick and roll game.
Von Oelhoffen underneath to Marshall, goes right into the defender there and gets the bucket. Going to organize the troops here. Finds Pollard. Shot clock under 10. Bounce pass stolen away by Von Oelhoffen. TVO into the front court. In the corner, Smith. Corner trays, spins off. Iriafin hits her wallet. Marshall chases down the rebound. Watkins. The shot fake. Stops. Pops. And there it is. JuJu Watkins surpassing 1,000 points in her young career. The fastest Trojan to reach that mark, as this is game number 38 for her.
Trojan history has been made, looking like that LeBron James when he made his history as well on that free throw fadeaway.
And Watkins going to get to the line after drawing the foul there.
And we're able to see it again. As I said, Trojan history made. Just picks up her dribble, gets her hands free, rises, and makes no mistake of it. I saw her practicing those all of warm-ups.
And the great players, Andrew, have the ability to do this, right? And by that, I mean get to your spot. She got right to her spot, and that's just stuff that she works on continuously. Able to get to her spot and knock down the jumper.
That as well, especially when they rise, they're able to get their hands free. Even if there's someone on them, they're able to get their hands free and have a little bit of space. Even if there's a hand in front of them or whatnot, they can draw the foul.
Grigoropoulos spins against Akinwafo, member of the Greek youth national team. SpongeBob SquarePants, I'm happy to report, has made an appearance here inside Galen Center. The theme music.
I don't really know.
What's the term for a SpongeBob fan?
I'm not sure, but I'm more of a Patrick Star guy myself.
Oh, okay. All right. Now we're getting into the weeds here.
It's been a loud one for us, but the environment's definitely different. It's a fun game, especially.
It's a riot. It's a riot.
JuJu trying to get her attention. She smiles and waves, and they just go bonkers behind us.
Kennedy Smith getting both foul shots.
Scoring that many points, just seeing the output that she's had in the past 2 seasons has just been outrageous.
And she's only getting better, folks, which is the scary thing. Nice crossover there. Ingram step back, won't go. Rebound Heckle. Watkins on the bench getting a much-deserved rest here. Here's K9 over to TVO. Down low, Iriafin off the window. Rapp trying to attack against Von Oelhoffen, loses the ball. Surrounded by Trojans, out to Curtis. Lefty jump shot won't go, and Iwuchukwu secures the board. The pitch ahead, Von Oelhoffen. Iriafin, nice spin move, uses the left. That's teach tape right there, folks.
Uses her size to her advantage, just lowers the shoulder a little bit, turns in hard, and lays it off. More SpongeBob over the loudspeakers, getting the kids back into it. That 6-0 run in the past 3 minutes and 2 seconds, and a 17-3 run in the past 7 minutes.
Played her first 3 seasons at Cornell, averaged 13 points last year for the Big Red, starting all 26 games for them. And a couple of Ivy League transfers. Remember, in the Ivy League, they didn't get the extra year, right? So if you still wanted to play, you had to leave the Ivy League. And that is what Mia Curtis has done, as well as Kaya Ingram, as in deep as Iwuchukwu.
Von Oelhoffen showing her vision right now. Multiple good passes. She had that one-handed toss the length of the court earlier, and they're just able to find a great skip pass.
Ingram, the blow-by off the window.
As many points as they can get to spark this comeback, as we're 2 minutes left in this third quarter of play. And not able to get the and one.
Here's JuJu Watkins. Iriafin. The kick out. Samuels gets the three from the Malia Samuels. Curtis uses the Pollard high screen. Here's Pollard being guarded now by Watkins. Throws up the three. That one's short. Skying in for the offensive rebound. Here's Pollard cutting to the basket. Flips it up, in and out. Wouldn't stay down. Rough night for her. She's now just 2 of 10 from the field. Here's Pollard, another crack at it. Running the hook won't go. Insomnia for Olivia Pollard here. But Santa Clara staying with it. Pollard a three. Got that one to go. As she puts her arms in the air to say, finally.
Maybe that's what she needs to get going. It's just been one of those nights, as you said. That's her 10th point of the evening. 3 for 13 shooting.
It's been a game that has been controlled by USC pretty much throughout. Santa Clara showed some resistance in that first half, but the full court pressure of USC has really changed this game around. Here's Iriafin off the feed from Howell. So pretty, the ball didn't even have to touch the ground. SC is led by as much as 26 in this one. JuJu Watkins with 19 points to lead all scores. She's surpassed the 1,000-point mark in her illustrious career. Fastest Trojan to do so. Pollard loses it, trying to pass it. Here's Watkins ahead. Howell, the catch, the finish.
Again, they don't need to dribble. It's just not necessary. Isn't able to turn and find the ball in time.
And Santa Clara rewarded there after getting the extra time there after the foul. Here's Howell quickly the other way. That won't go. Grigorapulu with the rebound. And under 8 to play here.
And the great 2 points on the other side as well from that baseline jumper. Had a great opportunity and just tossed it up and made the most of it.
Ingram. And that one sent into the expensive seats. How the rejection there, the freshman out of Boise, Idaho. 2-time Gatorade Idaho State Player of the Year as Pollard gets the baseline jab. And the deficit for Santa Clara is 23. Watkins fires a three. That's true. JuJu Watkins now with 22. Her 3rd triple of the afternoon. Watkins to guard the inbound. Arrow looking for Ingram. Couldn't find her. Now finds Pollard. Goodchild, who had a great first half. Been kind of quiet here in the second. And they're going to say last touch there by Santa Clara. Goodchild's been stuck on 10. She had all 10 of those points in the first half. Much needed 10, and she's kind of kept them in this game.
She has. She's played great this game, especially compared to the last two. She's been a key part to keeping this game close.
But unable to continue those efforts here in the second half as Iriafin puts it up and in.
Again, the offensive rebounds are something that is just so huge.
Ran out of real estate there, as you mentioned. And there's the bucket there by Ingram is good. She's a nice little player, Kaya Ingram. Averages 13 points per game. And she's right at her average now after that bucket. Watkins will try another three. Back heel. Heckle skying in for the board and the putback.
Not the tallest player, but goes down into the paint, goes down to where the trees are. Speaking of paint, USC 44 points there so far in this game, and Santa Clara only at 12. I think that's been a major story, but off the front iron there, and it just stays at that 12 number.
Yeah, Goodchild unable to get the layup off the feed from Pollard. Watkins, Iriafin. She made a couple there the other night. Doesn't shoot that one there. Instead finds Heckle. Out to Watkins. Looking for somewhere to go. Marshall calling for it and gets it. Out to Iriafin. Between the circles, knocks down the jumper. The coaching staff was very pleased with her being able to knock down a couple of three-point shots the other night here against CSUN. She had only had 2 in her career.
Becoming a multifaceted threat is absolutely important, as Goodchild misses from 3 there. But if she's able to shoot from 3, that means they're going to have to close out, and that brings up into the opportunity of her going down low and driving.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it just opens up a wide range of things for this squad offensively. But prior to coming to SC, She had just 2 threes in her 3 years at Stanford, but made 2 here the other night against CSUN. Just being able to hold one of the nation's leading scorers.
Yeah, looking at the statistics, you kind of knew what Santa Clara would run. They've done a great job holding her to a few points, only 12.
26 points per game entering today. But you got to imagine her afternoon will be done here with just over 4 left as Heckle will try a 3. Iwachukwu, the offensive rebound. The kick out, Smith, the opposite corner for 3.
That's something that's so dangerous about this Trojan squad is a lot of people can make threes on the floor. Absolutely, that great defense would lead to offense. They've had 18 fast break points this game, not as many as they had previously, but that's still a huge amount, especially for the great defense that they played, being able to score.
Really, you look at it, that's been the difference, right? I mean, they lead this one 77-46 now. But being able to cash in those points off turnovers has been key as Heckle with the fancy scoop from New York with love.
That is a righty, wanted to stay with the right hand. You're able to see goes up and under the hand, gets the foul off the top of the glass, and 1. And she converts.
So K9 now with 7 off the bench for USC.
Something that I've noticed, especially from these Trojans and Gottlieb as well, is even with 2 minutes to go, 2:40 to go, and they're up 34 right now, they still have that full court pressure right there. That was only their 8th turnover of the night. It's been good to see this team develop.
It's a Santa Clara team that could give some teams some fits in the West Coast Conference. Coming off a 25-win season. Of course, a different look this year with 8 newcomers. But anytime you got a player like Pollard, Malia Latu, the transfer from San Francisco out of East Palo Alto. Can't get the old school 3-point play, and there's Akinwafo using all 6'6" of that frame to get that rebound.
You know, we talked about Pollard not having a great night. Still had 12 points. I mean, a lot of players would kill to have 12 points in a game. And I think that'll be good for her, a wake-up call to see against these better teams that maybe she needs a little different prep, maybe she needs to do a little scouting or something along those lines.
In the country too,
that's true.
That doesn't help.
No, definitely not. With the trees down low and all the hands up, and the help defense that USC plays as well. I mean, they crash down in. That's something they've done great in their previous games, and they did great as well in this game.
And with the size that USC has, I mean, you got a player in Kennedy Smith at 6'1" on the wing. You have the ability to switch a lot of things, which they were able to do this afternoon, and it really cost Santa Clara some fits. 5-second differential between shot clock and game clock as the crowd rises to its feet here inside Galen Center. Attacking the baseline there is Forrest Steer.
USC is strength. They're a very physical team. Is something that if you were to take something big from this team, it would be, from this game specifically, it would be that they're physical. They're not scared to create contact, whether that be defensively or offensively.
So Forrest Steer gets 1 of 2. Shot clock dark. And here's Latu with 2 seconds. They'll try one at the buzzer. That won't go. And that's how we're going to end this one as it goes final. Number 3 USC 81. Santa Clara 50. As the Trojans definitely take care of home court. And now they'll have a week to prepare for the big matchup against Notre Dame here at Galen Center a week from tomorrow. And you hear the happy birthday being sung by the capacity crowd here. Vivian Iwachukwu and Rhea Marshall both celebrating birthdays today, so happy birthday to them. And they celebrated with a win. JuJu Watkins giving them a birthday gift as they got to watch history.